a little creepy.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love?
Welcome back to the Grand Lady, everyone. Jim's excited to tell you about the completion of his refurbishing of the old furnace. It's from Utica, New York from the late 19th century. Just to let you know, this won't be our only source of heat. We're also installing energy-efficient mini-splits. But Jim thinks the convection and the heat sink that the brick fireplace will make our house really toasty and warm in the wintertime, in addition to those mini-splits. Also, it's going to be a godsend as it's pretty cold this winter, so we can keep working. He's patched some holes with furnace sealant, installed multiple safeties and sensors, secured the pilot light, installed new vents so they're up to code, and the last step before inspection is making sure the gas line is sound and doesn't leak. He explains here how he went about it, in his really methodical way, of course.
And the gas company, when they removed the meter, whenever they did that years ago, they left a plug here on their side. They weren't courteous enough to plug the house side, but they put one on their side so that insects wouldn't get in there and nest and such. Being winter and no insects, I borrowed their plug, and I'm going to use it over here on the house side in order to stop and seal this piping so that I can go inside, put a test meter on the inside, pressurize the house side of the system, make sure that there's no leaks, or if there are, go and find them and fix them.
I did this for the first time yesterday with the system pressurized and could see that it was leaking here. I can see now that the place it was leaking is here at the face of this plug at the flange.
Well, that's not gas tight right now. So I'm going to clean it off, and I'm going to cut a temporary gasket to seal that surface so that I can get a good test on the inside. I went to the hardware store and I purchased a little bit of sheet gasket material, and I'm going to cut out a little bit, just a little donut, to match up against that sealing surface. Okay, one donut washer has been cut out, and that's going to be just a little generous in outside diameter, and that's intentional. This will be just slightly larger in diameter than the actual plug. You can see that. That should work to our benefit to hold it inside the fitting out at the meter base. I'm going to go out there now and put that in, give it a little bit of a snug up, and let's see if we can hold pressure. Okay, the gasket's installed outside on the meter base. Now I'll come inside where the gas pipe comes into the house, up there in the corner where the green tape is anyway. That's where it comes in, and I have put in a meter here. It's a little stub on the gas line that's convenient. See, there's a pressure meter there, and I've brought over our bike pump, and we're going to pump it up and see if it holds pressure. Well, regrettably, you can see that it's not holding pressure. So now we get to go and look for where it's leaking. Of course, the first place we're going to look is out at the meter base and see whether that gasket is working or not. Get fluid here. Well, I'm happy to see that at the meter connection, as you can see, I'd much rather it be here than part of the system inside, so I'll tighten this up a little bit and see if we can finish getting the seal here. Bit of fluid here. Tightening up the meter base, checking for leaks. Looks like we're good out here now. Now that the meter base is sealed, we'll check the other connections along the way. There's still a little bit of a leakage someplace. That's not out here. Inside, we'll check the joints along here. Every place there's a connection all the way up to the furnace. One at a time and see if anything here is leaking. We'll be methodical and just work our way toward it because I want to check all these joints anyway. 'Cause it won't be you and me.
I'm just waiting for love, waiting for love. Try to forget about you makes me restless.
Right there. So, that needs to be fixed. It's all solid pipe from there over to the furnace, so it'd be nice not to take that apart. This is one long straight run. And down here we have a union. So, I can take that union apart. That'll let me take this assembly at this end apart up to that 90. And once that's done, then I can unscrew this run from this coupling at the top. And from there, we can take the T out and replace that with a 90 and put the whole thing back together and leave this bit over to the furnace undisturbed. Well, this is the connection where we had a leak in the gas piping. It had this T in place. I've removed that and put in a 90-degree connector. The T was leaking right here at the upper corner, and you can see it's gotten something on it that corroded that. You see it's divoted down to the first land of the threading, and that's where it was leaking. So anyway, that's not in the system anymore. So now we'll go down and use the old bicycle pump, put some pressure on it, and see whether we have successfully cured the problem. Here we are, holding pressure. Gotta love it.
Well, all of Jim's hard work paid off and he passed inspection. So here we go.
Okay, to light the pilot on this thing, hold a match inside here and push this red button to let some gas go into this line and then up that flame tube. I've got a little burner down here underneath that so that I don't have to hold a match while I'm making the video. Now I'm going to push the button. Look at that. Gas out all along that flame tube. That little slit that I talked about a while ago. Then it runs up the U-channel and lights the pilot, and it works. So cool. Okay, the old furnace is working. Lit the pilot, lit the main valve, just got the thermostat clipped so that it's calling for heat. Main valve opened up properly. There we have our main burner. Yay, success.
Tonight we'll turn minutes into days.
This is my first time being in the house since Jim got the furnace working. We've come to adjust the flame and also to check the carbon monoxide levels. It's warm down here. Wow. Oh, this is a little creepy. Come lights. Oh, I can hear it. It's warm.
So quiet.
It's very quiet.
Here by our water faucet, it's 67 degrees.
67? 67? Is that what that little heater
Oh,
on?
that's, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
39.
I was gonna say, it doesn't feel like 67 in here.
Looked at the wrong. 39 degrees.
It's funny how that feels warm. We you've acclimated.
That's the whole corner.
All right.
All right. Wait for the first green flash here.
First green flash, okay.
0.
0! Congratulations! That means you sealed it up correctly, right?
Yep.
Oh man! 2 thumbs up. 1,
Yay.
2. Alright, you were saying the flame had a little too much yellow on it because you thought there was too much gas was being fed in there. Too much high pressure.
It's pretty yellow in there, so you can kind of see through. So
Okay.
I'm going to turn the pressure down
Okay.
on the pressure regulator.
Okay, so how do you adjust that?
You take this little plastic cap off, and use a common screwdriver to turn that screw.
Will you open the door and look at the flame first? Or?
No, because opening the door is gonna change the amount of air that's going into there and disrupt the flame.
So you're just gonna turn it.
I'm just gonna turn this down.
See if we can make the flame go down.
See, it's more blue than it was.
Yeah. Not as good as orange. You're just going by sight.
Yep, right now. Got a meter to check the flue gases, but first adjustment will just be here.
So that means that if there's too much gas, some of the flame is not burning as efficiently as the rest of it, right?
That's right. We're just putting unburned gas up the chimney.
The orange is the less hot, less efficient part.
Yes.
So we want mostly blue because that means more of the fuel has been burned.
Yes. Okay, let's call that good for now.
Okay.
Okay, now let's take a look inside using the door.
It's still pretty orange.
Yep.
Surprising. Can you adjust it some more? Or is that just from opening the door?
Part of it's from opening the door. Now you see it. You can't both see.
Okay, you can see. I guess you're doing the work.
All right, now you see how it's more blue in there now.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to open the door. Okay, it looks more orange.
Yeah.
And I'll close this, and it's orange at first, and then it goes back to more blue as the airflow adjusts.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just set it there for now.
Cool. Cool beans. And up here is your system for measuring the temperature of the wood right above.
The wood is the thing we're concerned about getting too hot.
Right.
So that's to protect our house from.
That's a little thermometer right there. Okay, so it's been burning overnight, and now you're gonna check with the infrared camera, his favorite toy, the temperatures of the pipes. I guess those are the vents, the vent tubes, and the chimney. It's so nice and warm in here. Well, I'm gonna say, I don't think it was a fluke that this worked. Although I am actually very impressed. I honestly wasn't sure this was gonna actually work. But once again, you have managed to make it work.
All right. Body of the furnace is 131.8, so that's just about the same as yesterday. And the heat riser is going up to the dining room. 88, 89. And the flue exit, 221 in the sealant, the black sealant right adjacent to the
And what's the temperature rating for that sealant?
500 degrees.
Oh, already.
Now, masonry. How much have we heated the masonry? Look at that. We're storing energy in our bricks.
As a heat sink, right?
Yeah. Yesterday it was like 40 degrees, and now it's 90 something, 91.
The blue area. Yeah. Nice. Does it feel like 90?
There.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
All right, let's take a look at the wood temperatures over the flue. Get the right joist here. There we go. The joist near the temperature sensor is at 87 degrees. See the little red dot is this temperature sensor up there.
Okay, that's good.
That's wonderful. Now here on the main beam that's right over the device. Let's see, there's the temperature sensor. 101 here, that's fine. That's safe.
All right. So what's next? Upstairs?
Upstairs and see what temperature it is upstairs.
Oh, man.
You know what? It does not feel like a big breeze up here.
It doesn't feel toasty.
3 degrees.
32 now. Well, that's better. I mean, that's workable.
There's the one ducted heat riser that we have.
Oh, over there.
And the exit temperature here is 111.5 right now.
So that thing right there
Yeah,
is 111.5, you said?
right on the grate.
You can touch that.
Stand over it, it will be nice and comfy.
Oh, that feels nice.
Convection is wonderful.
Oh, it's like warm air. It is warm air. I'm just gonna stand here for a while.
Pleasant comfort.
Upstairs?
Strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow.
65.
I will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
Back to work today, and it's not too cold in here either. 39 in the basement. Although it's a little warmer outside today, but I don't think I'll need the propane heater at all now with the furnace. So exciting. I'm gonna have to cut out these pieces of lath here under the stairs, and I don't want to harm this wood. So I'm going to go find some tape and place it along this edge of the wood, and hopefully that'll keep me from marring this lovely wood while I have to cut these pieces of lath off. We have to make it ready for insulation and for drywall, so it has to be really clean.
You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow.
I think we got her.
I will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
I'm gonna work on these slats poking down here, maybe from the top. I'll take this trim off. See if I can get to those slats from the top. Then they'll be able to slide a piece of sheetrock in and behind the stairs, so it'll be more cohesive. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. First time this stairway. And it's the pride and joy of this house, so I don't want to mess it up.
Everywhere around, I've been searching, and I can't seem to find someone that can hold me through the night. Count to 10, then open up my eyes. If you're gone, I'll take it as a sign. But if you stay, then baby hold me tight and send me off with the words of a lullaby. With the words of a lullaby. Send me off with the words of a lullaby. I've been trying to make sense of it all, looking for signs in the stars. But it's been right in front of me this whole time. Can't believe I didn't see the light. Count to 10, then open up my eyes. If you're gone, I'll take it as a sign. But if you stay, then baby hold me tight and send me off with the words of a lullaby. With the words of a lullaby.
Sometimes we keep our sanity by trading jobs for a while. Makes it seem more interesting, less repetitive, because it's all repetitive. So I decided to finish moving the wood pile from the kitchen to the dining room, and Jim moved over and started vacuuming out the cold air returned under the stairs.
Let me go back on stacker duty now.
I'm enjoying this.
You're enjoying this?
Yeah. I'm taking down a tree for weeks. You been cutting the tree?
I just don't want to take it over from you.
Please, listen.
All right. I will cut the tree. Do you mind if I get a fine blade, if I use the Sawzall? And I set aside the stuff that I removed from the hole over there to screen, but and I'd probably like to do that before we go home. Works for you.
Well, finally got those lath pieces removed, and we got that trim piece out. That was pretty difficult, but we still are not quite done. Jim and I together moved the wood pile from the kitchen back there so that we can start working on the floors of the kitchen. It finally feels like we're moving forward, although we're still taking this house apart. At least it's not as much of a shambles anymore, and it's a lot cleaner. We're pretty tired from today, so we're gonna go home and have dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. Did you find anything good?
Two missing puzzle pieces.
You made quite a mess out here.
And a shrew.
And a shrew. Really? Ew. Poor thing. Jim's convinced he's gonna find some super special treasure in the dust from the vents. He just vacuumed out the one under the stairs. What a weirdo.
1938.
1938? Ooh, a penny? Cool, congratulations.
What?
Congratulations. You found your fortune. Show me that fancy penny.
It's the one that's in good shape. The other ones I don't know about. There you go.
There it is. 1938. Congratulations. What do you suppose that's worth?
A penny.
Put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared.
Stamp from 1891.
Wow. That's okay. That's crazy. Nice job.
Well, see? Fine things.
That's really cool.
I'm gonna give that to you to hold because it's
Okay. I'll go find something for it.
We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared.
It's in here, guys. Let's not forget it. You find something else?
I think this might be a nickel, but I've never seen anything like it. It's 1911.
Well, he's sure showing me. Digging in the dirt can pay, I guess. The rest of your beauty?
Rest of the hole.
If I
Alright, can we go home now?
Yep.
together, I'm not wasting another minute. If it goes up in flames, I'll take the pain. If I never try to get it, I can.
Well, last night it snowed about 18 inches, so our street doesn't get plowed until the afternoon. So we're gonna stay home and play a little bit with Maya. And maybe I can get Jim to make some sourdough bread. If he does, I'll put it online as a special video this weekend. Thanks for watching. Stay warm out there.
Baby, like